I just don't get it. It reminds me of King, T.I.'s son. Why you want to be a gangster? Why you want to be somebody that was born in the struggle? Nigga, we trying to get out the struggle. Make it make sense. It doesn't.
You said why you want to be a gangster, why you want to come from that struggle, right? But gangsters really not strugglers. If you understand what I'm saying. I mean, most modern gangsters are paid niggas. They most gangsters are paid. You're in that life to be paid. The workers might not be paid, but what I'm getting at is when we always had this discussion, right? You always bring up you have a choice. You know, Remy's son, they have a choice whether they want to be in this or not. Stereotyping them just because life says, or just because, you know, one of the things to be is gangster now, that, you know, these kids, as far as the rich kids, might pick it up. But the people that's in the struggle, who's trying to get to the gangster level, these little niggas out here today, you still give them a choice. I still say they have no choice. You understand what I'm saying? That's just me. You know, I see these little kids, bro. I see the shit that's going on out here from with schools and everything. Life don't give them a choice. From the wound that they was born out of, and the opportunities in life that life present them. Like, life don't present $300,000 houses and $50,000 cars to these young people. That's not what life present. Life present death to them by 18, 21. Right. So how they carry it is, especially the ones that have no sight, have no parent backgrounds, you know, these are the ones that I'm aiming at. Even some of the ones that have that, just because they walk outside into it every day, that's what they take to. It's not a choice. You're kind of born in some of this shit. But I look at it like some of these kids don't have a choice because of the circumstances that they were born in. I mean, I see happiness. I see people happy, don't get me wrong. But I also see a lot of death and a lot of shit, you know, a lot of zombies walking around. You know, I see a lot of that shit. And I go to the fact of what choices did they have? You know what I mean? But I don't think life give us enough positive choices. You understand what I'm saying? Positive choices to overcome, you know, when bro be talking about unity, to overcome that, to unify. Life don't give us those choices. And I believe that that's purposely done.
You know, as a YouTuber, you have several ways to try to reach that status where you making bukus of money. And we know, you know, definitely because of the environment that you're in, or the sector that you're in, that being drama filled and all that extra bullshit will blow your fucking channel up. We know that. That's a choice. Then you have somebody like me, myself, or YJ, or, you know, anybody else who, like 54 Keys, who take the straight and narrow path to try to reach the status of where we getting paid bukus of money. You know what I'm saying? So it's a struggle for us. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we have morals. You know what I'm saying? These things were taught to us as a youngin'. Now, I know you will say some of these kids weren't taught that. We'll get back to that in a second. But these kids who are in these poverty-stricken gangster neighborhoods, drug-filled and all that, they still have a choice. It's not the fact that mom and dad didn't do this. We always talk about football coaches do this, and we talk about uncles and aunties who can do this, and other people in the community. They say it takes a fucking
village
to raise a goddamn kid. I think it's the simple fact, New, and correct me if I'm wrong, that they don't choose to take the long road. They rather go the easy route to the streets. And that's really not easy, because you're going to lose your fucking life or you're going to go to prison. So if you have an opportunity to move up out of a neighborhood with an auntie or uncle or a football coach, why not do that? Why? Because they don't want to. You say this is all they know, that's all they want to know.
You ever been to, like, what they call them places when the parent kick the kids out and they send them to like a group home.
Like a boys' home, like a
Yeah, like a boys' home, group home, somewhere where you might have been in so much trouble that your parents just don't want you no more.
Right, to instill discipline, in
They got group homes for men, they got group homes for females. Go in one of them group homes and talk to some of them kids, my nigga, and you'll understand what I understand.
Yeah, you brought up one situation because you always get on to me about that. I never said anything about them going to a group home. It could be other options that they may have besides a group home.
What I'm just saying is the mentality of a child who parent don't want them no more. You gotta go there. You gotta go to the mental state of a 6-year-old to a 10-year-old who parent say, I don't want them no more. Take them away. Now I'm in a group home with a bunch of strange motherfuckers where it's gonna be fights and all types of shit. So it's survival at this point in my life. Bro, I'm gonna take any option out of that I can. And most likely the streets is the best option to get the fuck up out of that. That's what and you wouldn't believe that it's so many youth that are trapped in that situation, which panhandles over to the streets to the day. It's so many youth that are being neglected for. Now I'm not saying all youth, because in light of like me, you know what I mean? You want to say, I could say I had a choice. I had a choice that I could have picked the streets or I could have went to the left. Went to the right way. I chose to play the middle just for a little bit and then I went right.
At what point? And I get what you kicking. It ain't like I'm, I don't understand what you're saying. I think my thing for me is what point are the differences? How long does that hold true? Like, or how long, like put an age on it. What at what year? Like we talk about 50-year-old dude. We got whack 100s running around talking about gang culture and what street and what's the like. At what age does that stop?
That don't stop in their life, bro. That gang shit, you got 70-year-old gangsters on YouTube.
So what I'm saying is, at one point, do you stop giving an excuse or having that cop out?
It's an excuse to you because you wasn't raised in that culture, bro. If you was raised in the gang part of California,
I use whack 100. I don't want to go too far into the gang. That was just a
it all fits in. If you was born in the gang culture. When I say born, I mean you just in the smack dead heart of it. You got to walk outside to go to school every day at 5 years old. You know what I mean? 5 years old. You got to. You're introduced to that life early, and I believe that it's the difference in like we didn't have gangs. We had like streets.
So you're saying there's never a point where someone sees what's right and sees what's wrong and makes the decision themselves?
No, because when survival, it's no right and wrong in survival.